Hello, everybody. Welcome to a critically average adventure, and welcome to this deserted tavern. Well, kind of deserted. People have left. People have come back. People have been in and out, up and down, in and out, round and round. Tavern that we like to call the Fragments. It's a D&D 5e campaign. I'm playing with my friends, and these are my friends. We find ourselves in the Yak's tongue in the Kcanzacks, in the centre of the continent of Frohast, magical city with strange entry procedures and a law unto itself. We have our heroes spread around the place. So we have Erwin outside the tavern with a commoner after trying to scare them out to try and narrow down the possibilities of strange feelings that Charles was getting about fiendish powers within the Yak. We have Killian and the bar owner, Teresa, rather small, rather abrupt gnome, who is they're getting supplies from the little outbuilding sort of yard outside. We have Jackson, Charles, and Ed, the one-armed barman, in the kitchen of the Yak, and we have two patrons left in the bar. We have Lawrence and we have Harbold. Harbold, a dwarf who is very hard of hearing, and Lawrence, who is more than eager to please absolutely everybody, it would seem. And we shall begin with Owen.
Oh crap! Okay, hi.
After sort of insinuating that there were poisonous spiders.
Yeah, that old chestnut. I'm sitting outside, after having run out and caused the minor commotion, which was not as powerful as I was hoping for, but hey, I'm not an actor, so who knew? I thought I did a good performance. I rate myself quite highly.
The person in the simple clothes is kind of looks at you, looks at the door.
Oh, I disappear. No, I don't stop. I go around the corner, sort of thing. Is that just run out the door and stop? I run out the door and go around the corner and away.
Okay.
But only like around the corner.
Yeah. Are you watching that person at all?
No, I just wanted to thin out the herd.
Okay, there is a little cut to that person who's kind of like walks outside. The goblin vanishes seemingly almost instantaneously from sight and goes like, "That was weird." School, better go about my day, and off they into the sort of into the rest of their.
That was a much better cutscene than it could have been because cutscene to him, gets outside, he's now on his own, he's a bit scared, and the shadow goes.
Yeah.
Well, I will probably hear that. At least I have something to do.
Yeah.
Come on.
After some time, Erwin, you're just waiting around outside.
I am kind of also waiting for my couch sheet to load. I've got really bad internet right now.
No trouble.
Not loading at all.
If it cuts out, just let us.
Sometime.
If it cuts out, you'll know. Because I'll go.
No, but the thing is, it could be us as well. So.
Oh, sir.
Yeah.
Killian, you leave with Treese.
Yes.
To help them fetch cheese.
Yes.
Erwin, if you've got your ears peeled, which you normally do, you might hear the door of the Yak open and the abrupt tones of Treese speaking to Killian. I suppose I better show you exactly which cheese it is that you should get.
Yes.
Come on then, Dragonmon.
Okay.
Not very talkative, are you?
Yes.
You're kind of normally brash and boastful. Much strange to see one like you. Quiet, reserved.
Bitch, who are you talking to?
No, I suppose I'm talking to one of the Norns. By your regalia.
Regalia?
The clothes that you wear. The way you hold yourself. That brow ridge on your nose.
Clothes.
highly obvious that you're one of the Norns. That looks very, very obvious.
Do you want a croissant?
Not particularly, no.
Are you sure? They're good croissants.
No. So, Kcanzacks, what brings you here?
What?
Wow, this is brutal. This is the harsh questioner and the silent protagonist. This is going to be fun.
Not used to someone talking to him the way that she does. It's like, shit.
Work.
Yeah.
Check. Because you're deceiving here, aren't you? That's not true. Killian Norn.
It kind of is.
What kind of work?
For the king?
Which king? Your king?
The
I heard there was some trouble with his son.
that news is traveling awfully fast, I'm noticing.
They did have a magic teleport window that everyone who fled the party probably jumped into.
Yeah, no, not that
You're
king.
not wrong, I forgot about it. You're right. Still, that was nobility. That got around the commoners real fast.
The king of...
Like Kcanzacks has a notice board.
Mordenthau and
Rumour mill.
Crowhouse.
Yes.
You're talking about Harbold Fenric.
Yeah, the one whose son went into the abyss.
Not the abyss. Not quite the abyss.
The abyss.
Shadowfell.
We might as well be called. We're going to call it the abyss, okay? We'll have a shadow realm.
Different. The Shadowfell
It's
is
a lowercase A, but it's the abyss.
This is the
It's a
material
lowercase.
plane. The Shadowfell is here. The abyss is like, like somewhere over here.
Hey, as far as we know, he's in the abyss.
Okay, he's in the abyss. Oh. Official business then.
Yes.
And you're willing to help me carry cheese.
I can see you and I can see my window, but there you go. They've come back.
Get in there.
And so you're
Yeah,
coming to stay
Kind of
with us
slowly.
at the Yak. And you're willing to help me carry cheese. And you're on business from the king of Mordenthau. Seems like lowly work.
Cheese.
Smart.
I understand what it is. I ordered it.
But it's food.
I
What do you want? Go. What do you want?
Yeah, working here.
I understand it's consumable, yes.
Yeah,
What of it?
it's food.
You repeating yourself. Are you quite well?
Yes!
Please explain yourself. You're confusing.
You're confusing.
No, I think I've been rather straightforward. I've asked you very simple questions, and you've given me answers that are non-answers. It's food is not an answer to the question of why you aren't willing to help with such simple work.
Cheese is food. I like food. Therefore, I help with food.
Oh, I understand. I understand. Fine, come this way. And she gives you to like a set of double doors, and there's a padlock and a lock on a lock and chain, and she unlocks this, and the doors slide open. In the centre of this space, you see a small well with a pump available to it, and you see some stacks of boxes, and you see these kind of hard wax covered cheeses. We keep them out here to keep them cool.
Do they look like giant fleshy fish?
No, they don't.
Oh,
It's kind of
God.
confusing.
Excuse me.
What? What happened?
Nothing. Yeah, they are stamped and kind of you know.
What's the stamp that's on them?
The stamp on them is like like it looks like a kind of tree.
Kind of.
Yeah, like a tree. It's kind of faded, you know, it's like a branded stamp. They've been
What-
travelled quite well.
What was the? Oh, we frozen again.
We frozen this time.
Yay!
Us.
Present.
No, you're not. There you go. They're back.
Woo!
They're back.
What was the? You know the airship.
Oh,
What was the stamp that was on the stuff? The
The city of
multiple.
yeah, you know the warehouse that
Incident
blew
of
up.
Sorfal.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. It's up
In and
here.
out the city of Remeshan. Tree symbol was the story of rebirth. Refugees from Sorfal.
Was it Is it the same as that one?
There is a stamp similar. You think you recognise this from the quotes? It looks like it might be Sorfal cheese. Cheese travelled from Sorfal.
Can I sniff it?
Okay.
Does it smell like? don't give me that face.
Does it smell?
Does it smell like the incensey stuff, or does it smell like cheese, or is it like a blend of both?
I would say it's like a blend of both. You kind of feel that there's a fine kind of powder, but then you can smell that there is something on top of the wax, and that kind of feels like some of the incense kind of stuff. But then you can see that the cheese is highly protected inside. So the cheesy smell doesn't really come to you at this point, but the smell of like of kind of tallow and that kind of wax comes to you.
What?
Go.
You missed that, Daddy.
I saw a little wave. Get out of it. Get out of it, rat peg.
Good night.
Wait, no, go to bed. You're not staying up till 11 o'clock
Go.
again tonight.
Go.
And you're not coming into our room tonight. Go. Have kids, they said. It would be great, they said.
Yes, you think this is a similar symbol, yeah.
Okay, and it smells like the incense stuff, so we know where it's come from.
Yeah.
Well, we know what warehouse it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Yeah.
Oops.
Is it smoky cheese?
Huh?
Is it smoky cheese?
Yeah, it's smoked cheese.
You haven't sampled it yet. That one will do. Dragon Ball.
I pick it up. Can I just pick it up? How big are we talking?
We're talking big. It's heavy. It's big. It's going to be. You have to hold it to your chest.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. We'll just get some spare kindling. She picks up like 4 sticks because that's all she can go on because she's very small. Like someone, yeah. Come, let's go outside. Dragonborn, Killian Norn, please make a perception check.
Oh, Jesus. Right. I should know what my perception check is.
Oh, somehow perfectly grabbed one of my very white hairs in my beard. It's very weird. I just went like that. It was like that.
Yeah, it is very long and very curly. Fuck's sake. 9.
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I shouldn't really be using these dice for Killian, but oh, what's that? Is that a 15 or a 16? That's a 16. There we go.
16? With any
Yeah.
pluses on that?
No, of course not. It's me.
You step out and do not notice a patch of black ice on the hard ground. Your legs do that and slip right wide apart.
Ooh.
But you manage to kind of with that I don't know, maybe it's the practicing riding on the Scrooger, or being out in the waves for a while. You got some and you pull them back together like doing an eggy, but not even wearing skates.
Backwards.
Yeah,
Like
and you manage to kind of pull your legs back together, and you hear the kind of you manage to get yourself proper before Teresa's finished locking the gate, and she turns around. Carry on. Back inside. I'll get in the door for you. Owen, do you follow? You kind of nearby. You might have heard some kind of commotion and some doors locking and some.
Yeah, yeah. I was trying to look, but could I might have to ask the GM because I tried to get into D&D and Beyond, and then basically, well, I got my character sheet finally loaded up. It took all that time to do it. So
I'll get your
how
feet
do
up
you-
on my phone just in case.
yeah, how do you dismiss an illusion or illusionary spells?
You don't.
Oh, fantastic!
Unless they're concentration based, you don't. Magic is fire and forget. So if it is instantaneous, there is no control to it. It lasts its duration. That's it.
Oh, okay, so
If
there's
it's
no the old school be able to dismiss a disbelieve an illusion.
If you're trying to sort of interact with an illusion and you think something's not real, then you can
Mhm.
interact with it and try. Basically, it's an investigation check normally against the spell difficulty. If
But you
it's
have to poke and prod things. Gotcha.
if it's a concentration based spell, then you can let it finish it whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. I'm not casting it. I'm trying to break through one.
Okay. So yeah, so
Because to me, a fluttering sense aura sounds like an illusionary aura.
So you
Just a
basically need to interact with it in some way, shape, or form. So you're going to investigate.
It's going to poke around. Yeah. How description? How sparse or cluttered is the yak's tongue? Is it navigatable by a sneaky small individual? Can I get around without being seen, or is it like wide open spaces? You got no hope in hell.
As you've kind of done a little bit more of a recce round,
I've been there. I slept in it once.
you've
Yeah.
you would notice that there is the yard out kind of. If you were looking at the front, the yard is to the right hand side. If you're looking at the very front door of the yak, to the right hand
Mhm.
side, you see that there is a yard space, and part of that is covered over.
Mm-hmm.
You think that you might, and the bottom half is kind of stone, with the upper half being made mostly of wood. But you think maybe stone pillars go up inside to kind of, from the construction that you've seen and the interior of the rooms that you've stayed in, you've seen some of that stonework showing through on the inside, though covered in insulation, kind of wattled door sort of compact.
Good old straw and shit.
Screesia shit as well, very warm.
Mm.
Maybe some of the hair mixed in. I think that's probably what they were doing, it like shit, hair and straw.
You can tell the DM's got to sidetracked.
No, I just thought that was a really cool thing. I mean, like there could be a whole side session making Screesia bricks of shit bricks.
Really shitting bricks around here. Yeah, moving on.
That's what popped in my head. I was like, oh.
You think that with your nimbleness, you might be able to edge around the edging that kind of sits proud of that, the wood frame that sits on top of the stone base. You also definitely know that you could walk upon the roof of the part that's covered over. It's only partly covered the roof, the yard out the back. And by your geography, you would also know that that corner that is covered by where the roof is, you would approximate that as the room that you saw trees come out of and heard the strange sounds within.
Ah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be nosy. And it means climbing, which I'm bad at. So let's find out. I go all wandering.
Getting on, you're carrying.
I'm going to be nosy.
You're carrying a cheese back in the front. You're in the kitchen. Owen, you've been plenty of time to do this. Let's have a stealth check first.
Well,
followed by an acrobatics to climb up the side. Should be pretty easy for you to shin up.
14.
Onto the roof. I just need to roll a. And you're heading for that window directly, the sort of window to that room.
Obviously, paying attention to my footing and surroundings and making sure I'm not spotted, or at least, I don't want to sit there and realize that the building above, there's a guy literally leaning out the window going, what's that guy doing? Otherwise, yes. With all due caution, yes.
You climb up. You take a glance at the city wall before you do so. And you see that there are 2 guards deep in conversation, sort of leaning out, looking onto the wastes. They have their back turned to the inner city, and they are exchanging conversations. From this distance, you can't understand quite what. It's camaraderie, and they're having some sort of convo, and they seem unaware of your presence from the garden. And you come close to the window, and as the roof drops down like this, a slant roof into the yard, the windowsill comes obviously like here. And you kind of grab and peer. Is that what we're doing, or we're going to go for up onto the sill and hop and look? And
well, what would be the most stealthy? I wouldn't know. I'm not going to jump in on the still. Sounds like a really stupid idea, because always sit there basically silhouetted to the window. Here I am.
Yeah, kind of a peek, or like this might be the kind of.
I'm peeking. Yeah, just a peek.
You have a peek into this room. You see that there is a large hamper one side of the room. It is filled with sheets, like dirty sheets. It looks like absolutely piled high with dirty sheets. You see lots and lots of vases, like heavy. We might want to call them pitchers. More is the kind of the better term for them, probably. Large, that would be for carrying water.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
You see like a wash basin as well, with several rags and sheets also kind of tucked in it. And you have see the end from the angle you're at. As you peek up like this, you can see the end of a bed in the room. You can see on the bedpost of the bed a rope tied to one corner, and you can see that the other end of the rope is tied to an ankle of what appears
a human?
Human foot. Yeah.
Try and get a better angle.
You follow the leg up, and from this obscure angle, you can just about make out, like, up to the bottom of the waist. You can see that they are dressed in nothing but underclothes. The sheets kind of wrapped, almost like bound round them, and kind of all screwed up and sodden, like sticking to them where it's on them. All their what they wear, they're just their like kind of like a loincloth type thing is also completely stuck to them, with like dampness, like moisture,
sweat.
Yeah.
I'll be able to tell. It'll smell. Does it smell like raw sweat? Raw sweat has a distinctive smell.
If you crack the window, you'd be able to know.
Is it glass?
There's a glass panel, yeah.
Oh, I didn't. You might want to describe that. I didn't know there was a glass panel.
Glass
Medieval
panel.
world. Normally just shutters. Glass is, I don't know how common glass is. No, I'm not gonna crack open the window when somebody there. Might as well knock.
Yeah, indeed.
But yeah, obviously no smell. There's a pane of glass in the way. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see that the leg is moving. Like it kind of tenses against the rope and slides back down. Tenses against the rope and slides back down.
So, I get to the far end of as far as the lintel will allow me. If I can't get a look at the face, or at least the top end of the shoulders above.
You see from the most extreme angle that you can see is there is haggard, aged jowl and beard. You can see heavily sunken eyes. You can see the top half of the body is tightly bound in bandages.
Interesting.
Around this kind of area. And at this moment, their eyes are shut, and you can sort of see the lips
Murmuring.
murmuring.
Can I lip read?
If you try, and you kind of get like a fragment of like, then
Is it burbling or actual language? Basically, what it boils down to. Do I get any words out of it?
Tongues.
Babbling. Okay.
Yeah.
Babbling it is. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
Oh, God. It's a parent from Peanuts.
He's ordered
Okay.
6
I'm not going any further than that. I'm not going to break into the building because that would be dumb. Because is it a slide up window or open out window?
Looks like it would slide up. It's like a.
They tend to make more noise. They run on runners. Nope. I'm not going to risk it for a biscuit because that's just asking for trouble. Or should I? Catch-22. My brain goes, it's a D&D game. That's how you do things. You make noise and do stuff. My sensible brain goes, that's dumb. Don't do it, John. You're an idiot.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm caught between it's a game and, yeah, but it's got to make sense.
What would Erwin do? What's Erwin's approach? Erwin's quite a moral character. He's been...
It's a heavily moral character. And all intents and purposes, this looks like a sick old man. And really... If I'd have found out about it any other way, I'd feel totally morally superior and going to and offering help. But it's very hard to go up and go, hey, so I was eavesdropping on that room last night that you were in, just because I'm a thieving SOB, on checking for weak points. And, couldn't help but noticing an old man in one of those rooms, I just crawling around the side of your building for no good reason.
Oh, also, did you make those checks with disadvantage?
No, what should I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You have a level of exhaustion.
I'm exhausted. I thought I slept that off already. No, I didn't make it. No. Christ. Then it was probably not 15. It was probably more like 7 on the acrobatics roll.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, sure. My bad.
That's cool. No, I just remembered. That's fine. That's cool. They still didn't notice they rolled terribly on their perception. So
Yep.
They were an 8 and a 5. So yeah.
Well, if there's a window in the pay, I don't hope they would get disadvantage because I haven't made any noise yet.
You climb up very quietly, and you're on this roof. Are you heading back inside? What's Erwin doing now? He's seen this.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going back inside. Climb down and get out of the way. The original question was sneaking around inside, not outside, but I take what I can get.
No, it's this when John's saying something. There's something vibrating here. I know I can hear him snoring.
I can't hear him. The dog's snoring.
No, it wasn't that. It was a different sound.
Okay.
Yeah, you find your way inside, and you find that there is a dwarf with his back to you, drinking and eating heartily. You see the armored blonde-haired individual reading a small book on his own at the bar, but away from the dwarven individual. And you see Killian Norn and Treese walking towards the kitchen, and Killian seems to be carrying a large wheel of cheese.
Because, of course, she is. He is. Ah, here we go again. Got to do it at least once in the game. That's how it works.
It's Killian appears to be carrying a large thing of
Yeah, it could be an illusion.
You are appearing to me, and you are indeed carrying cheese. You have appeared to
Ah,
be carrying cheese.
it appears to be cheese because it may not be. It's actually a block of C4, you know.
Syntax, yay!
Mimic,
Well, Dragonborn, so pretty much the same thing.
not the flesh we described earlier.
You need to make a giant fleshy baby bear.
I am going to try, even in my exhausted state. Thanks for that. Thanks for the reminder. To try and remain unseen, mostly through not drawing attention to myself.
Unseen or inconspicuous?
Inconspicuous.
That's pretty easy to do. They've seen you inside this.
I am
stuff.
small, and I make sure that there's plenty of things like chairs, tables, legs, whatever, table legs, in the way of people who can see me. I'll clock where they're facing and try and avoid any cone of sight, if you will. Ultimately, it boils down to I'm going to try and get upstairs. So I want to get upstairs without really being noticed.
Upstairs is not out of bounds to you, and is not sort of a place where you can't go.
Yeah, but I don't want to be seen going up the stairs.
Sure. You cross the hallway. Make a perception check.
A weird disadvantage.
Yep.
Mm. 13.
You think you get across the room without being seen by either of the two in the room.
Nice.
In the kitchen, Jackson, the door opens. A wheel of cheese enters, followed by Killian Norton.
Rolled in. Just a wheelchair just rolls in. Yeah, no one walks in after it.
Followed by the diminutive form of Treese. Excellent. Thank you with the cheese. Oh yeah, great. We can start on the sauce. Do you want to? Do you want to try the cheese before we put it in the sauce, Jax? Charlie? Oh, sorry, Charles. You can call me Charlie. It's fine.
Yeah, I do.
Excellent. Okay, let's get it up on the table. Thanks, Dragon. Well, they're heavy, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're a big fella though, so
It's
I
easy.
just find it a bit hard with the yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be easier with 2 arms.
Yeah, I imagine it would be
How did you lose it?
a fight.
With what?
Bugbear?
In the forest?
No. On the ground.
Okay.
Sewers.
No, not near a town. No, we were out in the wastes. Oh. Yeah. Sometimes it feels like it's still there. It's a bit strange.
Did you at least kill the bugbear?
No.
No.
No, we didn't kill the bugbear.
Why?
They took me prisoner. They stabbed the bleeding, kept me prisoner. Then one of them the part became my mum. Well, started calling her mum. She can't start calling me son. And yeah, they kind of rescued me in the end and set me on the right path. It's funny how life turns out, isn't it?
But you didn't kill the bugbear that took your arm?
No. We made friends.
And
We made friends. Like they rescued me. I would have died out in the waste if it hadn't been for them. I was hanging around with the wrong crowd anyway.
If it hadn't been for them, you would have had 2 arms and probably wouldn't be dying in the waste.
exactly.
They didn't take me there. They didn't take me to the wastes.
How old were you?
Oh, about half a year older than I am now. Younger than I am now. Older. Time doesn't work
He's
like
the bloody Doctor Who. He's going backwards in time.
that.
What was that?
That was my.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
If it hadn't been for them, you wouldn't have been dying in the waste because you lost an arm. And you wouldn't have need cauterizing.
No, I would have probably died in there anyway. A lot of horrible things in that cave.
Now there's a cave.
Yeah, there's caves all over.
Have you ever
People
been
do stuff
to
underground all the time? It's not so. When you get deep enough, it's warmer too. Insulation, they call it.
have you been to the big basin off to the west? The east. Which one?
The big what? Sorry.
Big basin that the halflings go to that tell a story.
Yeah. How did they? No, to the west, to the east,
West of us.
the west. Have they been? No, they haven't. He hasn't been there. No, I haven't.
Because I want to go there at some point.
Oh, that sounds nice. Yeah. What? Why?
Sounds interesting.
Oh, what's there?
There's a big basin with a big sort of history story like drawn on the walls, apparently.
Oh, suppose if you're into that kind of thing. I'm more into cooking nowadays.
We know a bugbear that's into cooking.
Who's that?
His name is Growl. He's gone off to Mordensow to train with Mama Oost.
Krill? Well, maybe I'll meet him one day. Been a long time since I've been in Mordensow.
Well, we suggested they opened up a tavern in the woods between here and there. There's like a way station that you could stop at and like have nice meals and things.
Is it Mama Oost that Killian loves?
Yes, it is Mama. That you love.
Mama makes the best croissants.
Right, really?
Oh, do you want one?
I'll try it, yeah. I'll sample on my colouring palette, yeah.
Not croissant.
Crumbly, buttery. It's like you barely need to chew at some points, but then there's the bite at the beginning. Quite an amazing creation, really. So many folds, so many layers.
Especially as it's 2 weeks old. Just
So
think what it's like fresh. Especially if it's 2 weeks old. Imagine what it's like fresh.
Yeah, 2 weeks, and it's like this. Incredible. Incredible. He turns it over in his hand like it's like an artifact.
Suddenly realized he's like, my God.
Like it's the most sacred item. To Killian, they are the most.
Yeah, I was thinking they are. this is
That is some baking to keeping that freshness.
You sound like a stoner. Keeping that freshness.
It's not the smartest of people.
and yet
No shit, Sherlock.
Well, anyway, here, Jagamorn. He takes a little knife and kind of carves a bit of the wax away. And
I take the cheese. I eat it. Is it smoked?
it tastes kind of smoky, yeah.
Oops.
someone is about to eat a wheel of cheese.
Good, isn't it? It's kind of like got that kind of salty crumb texture. It almost
You're
feels like
making me
you're.
crave cheese.
It's like almost like you're eating ground cashew.
Really want some cheese.
And we pause for the game while someone gets cheese.
We don't have any cheese though.
We have no cheese.
You don't have any cheese. How are you alive?
I had cheese for lunch. Don't worry, I'm all
I
right.
see. Fair enough.
Yeah, you're okay. I'm not.
You're never okay.
No.
Well, at least,
Um,
not okay, but normal.
Please.
Oh, I do apologize. I didn't mean to insult you.
But really?
Yeah, you say that. How dare you insult my blood?
How dare you?
My honour, husband. Vengeance.
Are you okay? Having fun. And somebody's gone.
Why is it so weird? Right. Is the cheese meant to be smoky?
Who else?
This is Killian asking. Ed?
It's always had a kind of a little aftertaste to it, I suppose. Yeah, sure. Well, this has certainly been a little bit longer in the smoker by the taste of things. Well, it's not bad though. Not bad at all. Yeah, don't mind that. Don't mind that. What do you think, Trees? It's a taste sensation.
I love you.
You know, I'm just overcome by her emotional response to that. It was just too much. It's a taste sensation.
Brought tears to my eyes, that first.
I am very happy. Like Teal Kettle Stargate SG-1.
Right. Be out of the kitchen then. Let Ed do his work.
Bit more cheese, and then we'll get.
I'll put that on your tab.
I carried it in here at least.
You offered help.
I was offered cheese sauce.
That is part of your bed and board. That hunk is not.
It's only a little bit.
It's the size of a Dragonborn's palm. That is not a little bit. The size of my palm would be a little bit.
Killian kind of holds it above her hand, and I imagine it's like this.
Yeah.
Somewhat dwarfing, yeah. Snap.
What's that?
I thought you wanted some.
You really are quite peculiar. Get out of my kitchen.
Just walked away while the
Making friends wherever we go.
Sorry, Ed, about that. Didn't realise I'd hired a simpleton to carry the cheese. And she like,
you're wasting cheese.
no, she brushes it onto the where Ed's starting to cut. Owen, you have gone up the stairs and snuck along the corridor.
Yes.
Thank you, cheese. Wait, I think Jackson, you coming?
Yeah, well, what are we doing for the day?
We were waiting for a messenger.
Well, we can either wait here, we could go while dinner's cooking. We could go and find this Jess character for old Ed on there. I'd brighten up his day. He's been thinking about his arm today.
I'm just grabbing a drink. Do you want them?
What have we got?
Limeade, cream soda, water, tea, coffee.
Cream soda, ice.
Cream soda and ice.
Or we could go upstairs.
And do what?
You were talking about going upstairs.
I was?
Yes.
I don't remember that. you seeing if there's people. Hang on a sec. I'm going to turn around to Teresa and Ed and be like, "Is there a basement in this place?"
There's not a basement that we know of. No.
Does that sound legit?
That sounds like a guarded answer.
I would like to insight that, please.
Do it.
Because, yeah. That would be insight, because I'm amazing at this. I rolled double digits.
It's 10.
I rolled a 10, so I got 11.
Hey, double digits. I like it. Double digits.
Teresa's guarded anyway, but you think this is
Yeah.
more guarded? It's like she's not telling you an untruth, but she's not telling you everything.
The whole truth.
Yeah.
Now you have to decide whether or not, because she doesn't trust you, or she
There's
doesn't
one
want
you
anyone to
don't
know.
about.
Sorry?
So there's one you don't know about? Or is there one like under the entire town or something?
There's a network of sewers.
Yeah, someone wanted us to go in them.
They go underneath. There's access to those. It's not technically a basement, more a pipe.
You've got access to the sewers in here.
Every building has facilities.
Yeah, but there's I'm taking a crap and I have access to the sewers.
There is a well.
That just raises some questions.
Sorry.
Whose
That
face?
is
My
access.
face or
Yours, yeah.
Can we have a look at the well?
Your Dragonborn friends had a look at it, or walked past it anyway.
I haven't had a look at it, neither's Charlie. Charlie's a real, like, sort of well aficionado.
Well, yes, I mean, I'm well into that.
Oh God.
On face.
See?
John leaves.
John has left the chat.
I'm good. I keep that so people. So,
Yes, I mean, I would have love to have a little look at your
Check.
your facilities and your
Plumbing.
you're very strange. Also, not as strange as your. I don't know who's worse. Here's the. I'll come with you.
Okay.
What do you mean, who's worse? Against Killian and Charles?
She looks at you. She looks at the handful of cheese you have. Looks back to you, and doesn't say a word. But simply walks out with the key.
Yeah.
You what?
We're not going to have a handful of cheese left. There might be a couple of crumbs.
Okay, she looks
Five seconds have passed.
She looks
No
at you.
cheese.
She looks at the cheese smeared dragon mitt.
Yeah, that's better.
that you have. Like,
That's better.
and then this like walks towards the door. Come
Okay.
Upstairs. Owen, climb the stairs.
yes.
Come back from yourself along the corridor.
Yep.
Heading past your rooms on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Door on the left. There's a room that you had some strange sounds from. Saw Trees exit.
Yep.
No, the door on the right appears to be Treese's room.
Mm-hmm.
More residential district, residential style that you could peer into, much more finely bedecked when you kind of saw through that little gap where the door was ajar. The door at the far end on the left-hand side is shut.
Covered in cat hair.
Is Teresa's room locked? I'll try the door. Oh, inspect the door, then try the door.
Investigation check, please.
A disadvantage.
What the hell is that on the top of my head?
I think an antenna.
13.
You think there might be a charm
Ah.
on the handle?
And I won't go anywhere near it. Yep, fair enough.
Just like a little kind of strange swirl on the handle, the actual like door knob itself. You notice this kind of little marking. It
Yeah.
doesn't-
Well, I can't disable magical traps, so not gonna be able to.
No.
I'll leave it alone. I'm not gonna mess with it. It's either a fake or it's real, and I can't tell either. So I'm not gonna touch it. Not why I'm rolling disadvantage all the time.
If
So
in doubt,
that's
leave
just
it
a no.
out.
I'm tired.
That's what you say. If in doubt, leave it out. Carrying on.
If in doubt, lick it.
Well, if I could actually have like my full dice pool and checking, I probably would. But I'm tired. So to be honest, you know what I'm going to do? The GM's going to hate me. I'm going to go to bed.
I'm going to go and rest.
I'm going to rest. I'm tired. Literally exhausted.
You go and climb into bed and try
I'm going to go to bed. Yeah.
Time.
We're waiting around for at least till the afternoon, and if they don't turn up, we're going to the library. That's what the original plan was.
Yeah, sure.
If they don't come to us, we're going to go to them.
Fantastic.
So I'm just going to get some rest.
While you're resting, the rest of you are led back outside to the little place that you've been before, that is the cheese storage area and other things. There is a small well with a pump.
Like how big? As in, could someone fit down it?
Yeah, like it's probably about
So
3-4 feet in diameter, maybe. You'd struggle to get down it, Jax, definitely.
Owen would be fine, but
yeah,
and Ian probably would find it difficult.
But Charles is quite
portly.
yes.
Yeah,
You
but a
don't
lot of
get
that's fluff. If you ever look like a bird and you squish down their feathers, there's like very little bird.
Yeah, there's a lot of feather.
But
He's stuff and nonsense.
He's also a lot of pigeon.
Yeah.
That's a great way of putting it. I love it. You're a lot of feathers. You also are a lot of pigeon.
He'd probably describe himself like that.
What, a lot of pigeon?
I am one hell of a lot of pigeon.
He wouldn't say how.
He wouldn't. I'm one Melora.
I don't know, maybe he would now. I mean, he's just found a whole new religion.
Unicorn religion.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Forgot about the unicorn.
I would like to look down the well.
Sorry?
I would like to look down the well.
You peer down and you see that there is running water.
Oh.
Down.
How, like, is there any sort of space above said running water other than the well? So, like, the tunnel that the water is running through, is it completely
to the ceiling? Yeah.
or is it?
There is a gap between. You can see that there is the end of the pipe kind of thing, gap between running water.
Okay.
While he's looking down the well,
Yes.
could I have a little nosy around the rest of the place?
In the yard?
Yeah, because I didn't when we were getting cheese.
Mm-hmm. What are you looking for particularly?
More cheese.
Is there more of the cheese?
Is there more cheese? No,
It's a good question. What the hell are we looking for?
More cheese. Maybe that's the question.
Oh, God.
John, I'm sending him to you. He'll be sent first class. You can deal with him then.
Oh, that's cool. It's not a problem. I got a spare room. There's beers in the fridge. It'd be hilarious. We could do some podcasting. It could be fun.
I'm
See ya.
shipping you off to John.
See ya. Wanna be.
Bye, loser.
Killian, what do you suspect of Teresa's storage cupboard?
No, I
I'd look for more symbols, just in case.
want to have a nosy round, see if there's anything that looks out of place or I think doesn't suit this type of area.
I get it. Yeah, either too expensive, too cheap, too new, too old, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freshly repaired walls. That flagstone looks like it's awfully clean. Has it been moved recently? Sort of things like that. Yeah, I get it. Out of place.
Out of place. Yeah.
You kind of wander around some of the boxes.
No reason for that barrel to be there, stuff,
Or like, when something has clearly been moved after it's been sat for quite a while, and you can see
little rings and markings, scratches where something's been dragged, sort of thing. Yeah.
Like when you move furniture that's been sat on the carpet for so long, and there's the indentations of it in the carpet, like that, but on the floor. So if there's what
you see as you're walking around. Can you make an investigation check, and then we'll see if you see things.
I can't even open the case on my phone, so I don't know how I'm going to be doing an investigation check.
That's me, Jackson.
I don't know. Hey, can I, as I'm looking down the well, can I also have a look around the wall of the well and see if it looks like anything has either tried to climb up it or down it?
Yes, you can make a survival for tracking.
Where are you going? What are you doing?
You need to refresh that page, it's broke.
So what am I doing?
You're doing an investigation.
Right.
Double digits.
Woo! 10. 14.
You notice, because it's not really hidden at all, you see that there is a light dusting of snow on the kind of crates that are not under the little edge of shelter. You notice that there is a Hessian sack, large, covering an object. And why it is different is because it does not have snow upon it. Everything else has snow upon it. This stands out because it is not dusted.
Okay. Is there anything else, or is that it?
That's the thing you notice immediately. You get on with your roll.
Just to clarify, I assume this was a sort of a shed with a roof, and it's not. It's just walls around the outside.
It's kind of like a half-covered roof. You know when you got like a lean-to.
Yeah. So
you got like an outside and a roof that covers part of it.
Okay. So it would be relatively easy to climb into.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like, is it like a Hessian sack with something in it, or is it like you get the covers that you put on cars and motorbikes?
It looks like it's been thrown over like a tarpaulin.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So can I just pull it off, or do I have to take something out of it?
No, it looks like you could just lift it up.
Can I just where they go magic trick? And now it's gone.
There is a wooden apparatus. It has a foot pedal. This. It has 2 wooden planks and a large circular stone set in it. And you put your foot, which is kind of big. The scale of this is tiny. Put it on the on this pedal. The stone spins. A couple of turns.
Is it like a giant grinder?
Yeah, you've seen something like this before. You think this is a device for sharpening knives, like a whetstone, a rotating whetstone. Typically, you would see this kind of stuff at a blacksmith's or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So does it I'm assuming it still works.
Yeah.
Or can I test it out?
It looks perfect. When you put your you kind of do as part of your investigation. You put it up and just a dragonborn finger upon the pedal.
Does it still sharpen things?
You would think that this had probably sharpened stuff quite recently.
Can I put my claw in it to see if I can sharpen my claw? Or is that dangerous?
You can have a go.
Matt's face like really?
Yeah, you kind of put a claw out, press the pedal. You have a nice manicure on that one nail. You blunt the end of your nail. What? I don't know what you're doing. Trying to just get a sharpener on it.
Yeah.
Yes, it easily sharpens your dragonborn claw.
Don't look at me with such disappointment on your face.
It's alright, I'm not disappointed. I'm just wondering what you're doing.
Seeing if it still works.
It works.
Okay.
It's a whetstone. It's like not.
But it's small. It's meant for trees.
Yeah, you think the scale would match to a gnomish size? Yeah, it looks
Okay,
like.
but it's normally something that you find.
Yeah,
at like
but
a
you see that the
blacksmith.
little stool is kind of set to one side where trees could probably straddle it, get 1 foot on, and then hold a blade to it or something like that. Yeah, it's very small, very tiny.
But it's normally something you find at a blacksmith.
Yes. It's rotating, sharpening.
Blacksmith, swordsmith.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Okay.
It's very unusual for it to be at the back of an inn.
Yeah. Clearly.
Clearly owned by somebody in the past.
My thinking is the blacksmith that ran away. Did he run away?
Darn.
Yeah.
Derek.
Yeah. Did he run away or is he dead?
Kcanzacks.
Yeah. No, it was his assistant that died, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Denny Goblin.
Dennis the Globlin.
Denny Goblin. Beautiful singing voice.
Yeah, the Globlin.
Absolutely beautiful singing voice. She's just heard him sing. Tears to your eyes and all that.
The Globlin.
Was that his?
Moved. Sorry?
You point at the sharpening stone and thingy and say, was that his?
What?
The whetstone, the sharpening thing?
What about it?
I was wondering if that was the dead goblins.
No.
Okay. It just seems about
Had
the
it
right
commissioned.
size.
By who?
I asked them if they could make me one. It's mine. I paid for it. I brought it. It's mine.
Okay.
Have you finished looking at the well, Charles? Oh, it's fantastic. It is more than I could have imagined. A well could possibly... He's looking at Jax all the time.
I'm guessing with my 10, I didn't see any signs of anyone climbing up or down.
No. You notice that the bucket is removable from the thing. It's not a permanent fixture to the end of the rope. You see that there is a flat hook on it, like a flattened out hook for the bucket to sit on, but you do not see any tracks of anything going in or out with a 10.
All right. Well, we're waiting for some messenger from the library because we're going to go and see the archwizard lady.
Okay, I have sauce to make.
Mm-hmm.
If you're done out here, would you put the cover
Need
back
any
on,
more
please?
cheese?
Sorry?
Need any more cheese while we're here?
No, 1 wheel is enough.
Okay.
Lasts us a couple of days, that.
How many wheels of cheese are out here?
There are 4 wheels of cheese left. Yeah.
Why did you say there are 4 and then look at me?
Because I saw your eyes flicker to how many Killian can steal. I saw it. I saw it.
They're too big for him to try and steal.
Killian Nunn desperately needs a bag of holding. Desperately needs a bag of holding.
Just for
Killian
snaps.
North has a spell that can make things small.
And pocketable.
Well, it only halves the size, but it means that sort of a big giant wheel turns into a more manageable wheel.
Cardboard box.
Or what you actually do is you steal a handful of cheese and then you cast enlarge on it, and it becomes double handful of cheese.
Oh, imagine chewing on that in your mouth and suddenly it expands. Be like a food volcano.
You know, you could turn this into a dieting thing. You know, you sit there, you stop concentrating on the spell, and it shrinks back down. So you eat this stuff, you feel full.
The reverse, it's a dietary
Can
pill.
you imagine like Killian doing that, casting it enlarge, and then your nostrils being like a Play-Doh fun factory.
Oh, you die. What is it?
Or you fish really hard. And on that point, should we take a quick break because we are at 9:30 and going to get we in a drink.
Boom! Let's go.
Welcome back, Fragments.
Whoa. Hi.
Boom! Fragments.
Let's go.
We need like
Let's go to sleep.
WE wrestling music intro. We get it. £0. The Fragments. Oh.
You need to make something now.
No, I'm not. Erwin's having a nap.
See, Janet. Yeah.
Erwin's having a nap. You guys. Soup's on. Your sauce is on. What are we doing, everybody?
We're waiting for our invite to the library.
But are we going to go and see Jess like you suggested, or find Jess for
We
aid?
can try. We can go and find, because that's next door. Is Trees in the bar?
Trees comes back outside, is in and is serving and sort of busying themselves around the thing.
We should probably go and find Erwin. He hasn't come
He
from
went
the
outside.
he hasn't come back from the poison spiders.
I'll do it.
Okay, Killian.
I walk outside, and at the top of my voice, I go as loud as I can.
Passive perception it would be, but he is fast asleep
I'm exhausted.
and
There's
exhausted.
a disadvantage on a passive perception.
That's what I was thinking. You can't really do such a thing, but
A disadvantage gives you -5. Advantage gives you +5 on passive.
Oh, there you go. And I got 11.
no. As loud as you go, I think Erwin is sound asleep. You don't know where Erwin the cobbler is. Just a simple cobbler, everyone.
Cobbling. So very tiring.
I go back inside. He's not outside.
What do you mean he's not outside?
He's not outside.
He might have
Very
called.
far.
I called him.
I heard you call him, Killian.
Exactly. He's not outside.
He is not a pet, you know.
No, but
He's a person.
he would hear me, and he would respond.
He's not necessarily going to come running to heal, Killian.
No, but he would hear me, and he
Yes.
would respond.
You'd hope so, unless he's further away, Killian. We've been messing around with cheese for quite some time. Could have gone on a little jaunt.
Okay. I go back outside, walk down the road, like round the corner a little bit, and do it again. Shout as loud as I can.
There was no response
Okay.
from anyone called Erwin. You get an angry look from an old lady who's hanging out washing.
I turn around, go back to the yak.
Yeah.
Get no names. Get me. Go past the yak in the other direction.
Mhm.
Do it again.
Compass points.
No
Just
response.
Okay, so I go round to the back of the building and do it again.
You do this for how long?
Oh, 4 compass points. Yeah, how long it takes to do 4 compass points.
About 10-15 minutes.
You return, and there is no response from anyone called Erwin.
And I'm like, he's not outside.
What do we do now? Now we've lost our cobbler.
Oh, cobblers.
I
It's a very loud snore from one of the dogs.
That is Toby. I then stand in the pub
Hmm.
and do it again.
No response. This guy.
And then we get kicked out. We're no longer welcome in the Yak.
Not as loud as I was doing it outside.
Do you mind?
No, do you?
Yes.
Why?
We have patrons. This is a bar, not a screaming contest.
But we've lost
We've lost-
a goblin.
Yeah, we've lost Erwin.
That's careless.
No.
Foolish? You choose the adjective.
Well, he ran away from your poison spiders,
We have no poisonous spiders.
but he's not been seen since.
He was the only one to see the poisonous spiders, correct? No one else in here
There
saw
was
them.
there was that other guy that ran out at the same time.
Yeah.
I think he was convinced by Erwin's fear. You didn't see any, did you, Lawrence? No, I didn't see any poison spiders whatsoever.
I forgot he.
Is your friend hallucinating?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, he hasn't licked anything recently.
Thanks for that.
What? It's true.
Very
It's
well.
yeah, true. It's true. I also haven't danced recently either, but you know.
Putting 2 and 2 together, I imagine that your friend is deranged, along with the rest of you, who seem very strange.
Thank you.
And he's doing something strange elsewhere.
He wouldn't without telling us.
Wouldn't without telling you.
Yeah.
Well, something has happened and he hasn't told you. So that either means he hasn't told you or something untoward has happened. If you worry about your friend, I think you should get on with it and find him quickly.
That's what we were trying to do, and you complained.
Exactly.
He's not here. Look around.
He's quite like hard to see.
Okay.
Have a
Make
very
me sound like an imaginary friend now. I got this friend.
I tell
I
you what,
think I'm
have a
gonna
very good
go.
look. Have a very good look around. If you see him, then he's here.
I think I'm gonna go and check with his fox.
What's that?
I'm gonna go and check with his fox. I'm gonna go and check on the polar bears and the fox.
Okay.
If
And
he's got
she said, "Look around." She's given me permission
Can't launch.
to start looking around for for Erwin
Okay.
in the pub.
Sure. You lift every single cushion downstairs. You search through the pile of kindling and wood beside the fire.
I try and get behind the bar and have a look behind the bar.
Are you helping with cheese?
No, I'm looking for Erwin.
It is Owen back here. No, I can see. Cheese sauce coming on all right though. He's not there.
Okay, so
Give him a text. Don't know why that's so came in my head.
You should give him a text.
sorry, give him a text. Like,
go and check.
Oh, you text as well. Like that with your ear.
not even your ear, cheek. What am I doing?
I don't know, you're miming texting with your own cheek. Jackson, you proceed north. Across
Yeah.
the main thoroughfare, past Krellin's. Up to the sort of courtyard area where we have some buildings. We have Malgon's workshop, we have the closed blacksmith. And we have the stabling.
I will check on the animals, see if I can find an Irwin.
There were no Owen signs. There, Ruby, Lily.
Reuben, Lily.
Reuben, Lily, Rosie, Jim, and Bengo are seemingly fine. Crikey, you've got a menagerie, haven't you, going on?
Don't forget the two screeches.
And the two screeches.
Lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner. They look well.
Luncheon and Indians.
They look like they've been kept very nicely. You think the screeches may have even had a comb? Been brushed. They're looking especially fluffy.
What? The screecher have had a comb.
Yes.
Okay.
They look well groomed.
Okay.
Look very nice. Very, very nice. Splendiferous.
And if there's no sign of Owen here, I'm going to go and have a look at the forge and see Doug's place.
So, you head over, and the place is. It has that disused feel about it. You can immediately tell that it has been almost like shunned for a bit. It has that look of like no one has been near it. You know, like people have been avoiding it.
Is there still snow around?
Yes.
Yeah. So
All the
there are no footprints near
No,
it.
nothing goes up to the door at all. So you break that fresh snow as you go up to it. Slight awning over the top. And there is like a sliding sort of door, it would appear, like two doors that would slide apart and open up the front of the forge.
I will try and do that.
Yeah, it is like easy enough to move the doors open, and you peer inside, and you can smell the kind of tang of metal in the air, but old, and the room is cold. There's none of the heat from a forge that you would expect. To your right, you see the remnants of this. Not the remnants. The actual the forge is to the right. You can see that there are some dried flowers laid in front of it, or like drying flowers have kind of rotted and kind of just turned to just stems and screwed up petals in front of this.
You okay?
My throat's going. In front of the forge itself, you see that there are two kind of there's kind of the workshop area, and to the left hand side, there seems to be a more residential sort of bit. You can see that there are cots set up one end of the room.
Okay.
In my fancy wine glass.
I would like to have a poke around.
You find that one is set up for a smaller individual. One is for a larger individual. They're the immediate things that you would notice. There is definitely the musk of an orc still in that area. The
Orc.
Yeah, orc musk, the new scent from Calvin Klein.
I was hoping you'd say that. Bottle that, sell it, we'll make a millions.
Orc musk. When you just must.
Oh God, no. No.
I can just imagine like the trailers, like these, like a close up of a it's like black gloss like outline. You can just see like a white line like that, and then you hear this and you see sparks fly from the top of it, and then you see the elbow and the muscles Then you see the hammer move down. Dong. You see the green skin, the sweating orc. Dong. And then it just says, "When you just must." Orc must.
You do know you've just come up with an advert for an imaginary
Aftershave. Yeah.
aftershave.
On YouTube.
Are you okay?
Hey, everybody.
Are you okay?
Very not.
Good. Oh, we like it.
Very not. Yeah, well, you're nosing around. What are we after here, Jax? What are you trying to find here?
Well, I'm
That's
trying
the question we asked the GM. What do we find here?
I'm
Good.
trying to find, like, apparently he was a good smith of weapons and stuff, so I want to have a look and see if there's any of them there. But he also might have been a Mori person, so I kind of want to see if I can find any more symbols. Or
Let's
secret
have an
levels in the
investigation
basement.
check. And we
Secret passages, slide away things, hidden drawers.
Letters that say I killed my apprentice because he was,
I killed my goblin.
and we're investigating, are we?
Yes, please.
+0. I have been relatively consistent because I rolled 10 and 11 on pretty much every.
That's good. That's average. That's very good.
11.
What you find is that you think this place has already been checked.
Yeah, and
It looks turned over. It looks that you can see the kind of hurriedness of someone leaving, but then you can see someone has systematically gone through the items here, kind of put them to one side. You can kind of tell, you get the kind of sense of both. You get that this has been looked through, turned over, checked over. One thing you do find is a little songbook.
oh no, not another song.
No.
It's going to be a goblin code book. I'll give it to Owen later.
I'm not reading. Chat's like, I ain't reading this.
And no secret tunnels into the sewers or anything, or symbols of more.
No, there doesn't appear to be any sort of access here. You did not notice there was a pump out in the middle of the courtyard.
Okay. And like, can I then cast a professional eye on the actual forge as well to sort of see the quality of the tools and things? I mean, is there any of his work actually here?
It looks, you can see the hooks where work would be placed when it would be finished. It looks what has been finished and was completed has been taken from the place, as there are no hooks that contain anything. You can see one half started. Excuse me, my voice is going to go, so we might have to hold it in a bit. Like a cough coming. It's like a half cough, but I can't speak.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You okay?
And you can see that there is a bar like an ingot or whatever starting to be formed into something. The strokes, as you look at this, look well formed, and the axe looked like it would be a very clean cutting device if it had ever reached its completion. It's just in that kind of half-made state at the moment.
Okay, I've got time to kill. I'm going to try and light the forge.
Cool. You clear the hearth and you open up and start loading it up and start trying to get the forge going.
Yeah, I can do some work.
Something you can do. It doesn't. It's not take long for you to start doing it. And the flue seems to be clear as well. So starts drawing and the fire. There is beside a bellows like built in, and with a few pumps and a little bit of prodding and stoking of the timbers and logs. You get the forge starting to get to temperature. There's an extreme temperature you need to be able to heat and shape metal. So it will take a while.
450 degrees centigrade and higher.
Yeah. So
Happy to
That's
spend the afternoon smithing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. So you're smithing. I think I am going to have to stop, guys, because I've got a very strange tickle. Sorry, guys, and I don't want to
All right.
keep disturbing it. So you are Matt Smith. Matt Smithing.
You're Matt
Urban
Smithing. I
Cleveland.
just love the concept.
Can you not drool into my glass?
Killian Norn, you are waiting
The cheese sauce.
for cheese sauce with Charlie.
I'm trying to Popeye. No, I'm trying to find Erwin.
I'm trying to find Erwin in the thing. Yeah,
Not in the cheese sauce.
No,
ladle full. No, Erwin.
this
No,
isn't blue
Erwin.
cheese, this is green cheese.
Not blue cheese. Right. Okay. On that, mate. We'll we'll stop.